Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by Steve and Empress Mawusi. Ceana, helping build Everland. Welcome to Ceana TV.
Somewhere in Everland, a child wakes up with a dream to learn, a dream to grow, a dream to build a better future. But dreams alone cannot build classrooms. Dreams cannot equip hospitals. Dreams cannot transform communities. What turns dreams into reality is people. People who choose to give. People who believe in building the future together. The Council of the Association of North America, Ceana, is a community united by heritage and responsibility. Through collaboration and collective generosity, Ceana members across North America are investing back home, supporting education, healthcare, and community development across Everland in Ghana, Togo, and Benin. Approximately 12 physical projects are located in 2 countries, with the hope of expanding their benevolence to Nigeria. The association gave hope to the aspirations of some children, awarding scholarship to ensure they stay in school. In the heart of Keta sits a classroom block constructed by Ceana, injecting a new spirit into formal education in the enclave. The facility has contributed to increased enrollment and academic performance. Community leaders are elated with the initiative by Ceana.
Has me to where fear, but Doctor Konya, Nana Kamala fear, never for. I can make to fear, probably to Gandava. Teacher won't have put a for no, lower break. How do you school view her school for?
Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by Steve and Empress Mawusi. Ceana, helping build Everland.
Mado wezon tohiade na amashama ye magakpemi va Ceana Central egba pa wana egba anye wana tohiade because amakpekpade lemia dome egba ye mi ejedoga pli manye amajro onyo ava afia shikede gaka yepa enyawe ke mi majroga egba enye enike ejeba amashama na do ne wasi na wa take a good note egba mi aba makpekpe enye amakpekpe tohiade nami itadi manami a few minutes adede nemi ave yo mi novio kata nemi aglono ba Apple Steve bahoshi egba eko wana tohiade gbona nami itamashama na jagba na wagada emoji cha na miase enyayoke mekokoga abanami egba. I want to take this opportunity once again to welcome each and every one of you to today's segment of Ceana Central. It is a very special show today that we have in stock for you because we have a very special personality who is coming to address issues of education, college, how to get scholarship to go to college for free. We all like free, don't we? Yes. He is a master of this, of how we can get scholarship and grants for our children to go to school for free. He's a living example. He has lived through it. So let me not spoil your appetite. So I'm going to take a quick break. But before I do so, please let everyone know Ceana Central is live, and it's a very special program today with a very special personality coming to address issues that would be of immense benefit to you and all those that you know. So I'll be right back. Don't touch the dial. My name is F.O. Steve. I'll be right back.
Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by Steve and Empress Mawusi. Ceana, helping build Everland.
Yo, magado wezon nami. Agba miada alomia novi Empress Mawusi matemiado manogo because Maoli O students or event at the one like Chicago. So she's live in Chicago participating in UMSU for 10th anniversary. Won't talk about the anniversary after the anniversary. Yeta agba mimia domanogo. Yeah. Yo kamagado ways on me. Abale kamagli na dong benamia. But agba for wana and you wanna talk here because I'm a baby the lemia doma. Yetadi. Miapa mekpekpe ya enye mia novia de ye mia kata mi jeshi na elesia na poma mekwaka ejeshi. Ye panko enye Reverend Martin OSAE. Reverend Martin OSAE ya majeshi fifia manye god dates about 10-15 years ago in back play kata mi no koma, and he was always very, very passionate. Time he was the president of the Every Association of Dallas, and never Ceana. There is one thing that was always on his heart: passionate about education. He's an educationist, Makweba. He's an educator of educationists. He is an apostle of students going to school debt free. He's also a STEM and a passionate. He's very passionate about STEM education, and he's also a community activist. Without further ado, he has always been my resource person when it comes to so many things for so long a time. Let me not waste any more time. Let me get out here to Dallas to welcome Reverend Martin OSAE. Rev.
Hello, F.O. Steve.
I like it.
Yo, Akpe.
Thank you so much for availing yourself again, Manyabe. And it was at a very short notice, but as always, you quickly availed yourself. So we are most grateful. Manyabe, there's quite, I don't know who doesn't know you in the Ceana fraternity. For the sake of those who are watching us for the first time, the American, if you can do a better justice to reintroduce yourself, please.
Yes. Yo, F.O. Steve Akpe. Kenye Martin OSAE. Ma to ekobe nye jope alo du memetua etonye to Palimetate, which is in the Dine district. When you are going to Germany from Chibu, you would go through my small village. Of course, my father was the first to go to college in that town and instill education in all of us, and all of us have done very, very well. 10 of us, his children, have done extremely well with education. Enonye ha to nkunya KJB. And not so likely be that for. So Nobe Volta region, I'm all over the place. I've been an educator now for nearly 30 years with Tulsa Public Schools 4 years, and then Dallas Independent Schools since 2003. Okay, my area of expertise has been STEM education. I have been training science teachers way back as 20 years ago in Arkansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma, teaching them to use science kits in the classroom to provide hands-on explorations for children. Science education is my passion. I'm also a pastor, and recently chartered a church here in Irving, Texas. We are 10 years old. We were called the Ghanaian Community Presby Church, but we changed our name when we chartered to Covenant Community Presbyterian Church. I'm a bivocational person. Okay? I do the work of the church, but I'm also heavily involved in education. I mentor science teachers. I have received a recognition from the Texas State Legislature as a science teacher mentor, and I'm also a national board certified teacher, which is the highest credential you can get in the teaching field in America. And I have mentored tens and maybe 20 to 30 teachers who have also gone through this program. I'm a father of 5 with my lovely wife, Betty. God bless us with 5 children who are doing wonderful. That's about me so far. Akbe Efo Steve.
Yo, Rev Akpe. Abaleke Eglina, you have been very passionate about STEM for so long a time nowadays. Marco, can you tell us a little bit about the advantages of being being proficient in science, technology, engineering, and math? How does that serve as an advantage studies?
Yeah. Okay. As we look at the labor market and the changing trends of jobs, the high-paying jobs these days are in the STEM field. You might ask, what is STEM? That is science, technology, engineering, and math. So we encourage our young people to take classes that would give them a STEM endorsement. In some states, they call it STEM endorsement, which means in high school, you took subjects like chemistry, physics, environmental science, biology, Algebra 1, Algebra 2, geometry. Those courses position our students to branch out into STEM fields and STEM careers. And these are some of the high-paying jobs. In the olden days, when you think of science or a scientist, you think of an old scientist in the basement somewhere in a scruffy lab coat doing experiments. But now, science is everywhere, in nutrition, in health, in music even, right? We talk about sound, dancing, all of this is science. Exercise, athletics, there is science in everything we do, the food we eat, our health, and so on. These are areas that the jobs are so open and they are looking for people. A STEM education will not leave you jobless. You will find a place to land. I tell some of my kids in school who love to sing, I say, look, channel that singing into a STEM career. You can become a sound engineer. You know, these days, Spotify, we all know Spotify. All the young people, the Gen Zs know Spotify because they get their music through that platform. But they will start you as much as $120,000 a year fresh out of college. So STEM careers are careers that are high paying. And when you look at the job trends, some jobs are fading away, but STEM jobs are on the upward climb. That is very important. Me encourage you. No contact plus science. No position no STEM careers.
Okay, talking about other some jobs are fading and others are the upcline that we know we've heard about. AI has been in the news a lot of late. Is that an area? Hey, Manyaba is a new innovating career, but is that an area that you would also recommend some emphasis in pursuing, courses in the area of an AI development?
Absolutely. As technology increases and the impact becomes even greater, AI it becomes a leverage. If you are educated in the AI arena, you know how to maximize time. What it would take you about a month to do, AI will do for you in minutes. So with AI, it has its pros and cons. Now, those of us who are in education are talking now about students not using AI to generate their coursework. Yes, you can find ideas on AI, but make that work your own. Don't just go and let AI do the work for you. You have to do the work yourself, and AI should just help you leverage and save time while you do that.
Yeah, AI, I'm gonna put the girl, although I am a new it is going to decline the labor market because of the AI proficiency that will replace, the human capital in the in the in the Miava employment sector. I don't know if you subscribe to it, Gaka. It is something that we all have to gravitate towards. Yema Boblomba, Miava students are Omega no lazy because if you are America, Minyaba, we like drive-through, right? We like speedy drive-through. It that they can give us easy access. We like to gravitate towards it as fast. Gaga, we appreciate your.
Yeah, but for Steve, the truth of the matter too is that it is human beings who must give the right prompts to AI in order for AI to do what we desire to do. So there is still that human element. AI does not have emotion. Well, I take that back. Recently, I was working on Claude, and Claude got upset with me for some question I asked him to generate for me. But they are not humans. They don't have emotions like human beings. So there is still the human element and the human touch that is very important. And even in an arena of AI, you still need people to prompt correctly. So we should learn how to correctly prompt AI to help us maximize time.
I feel me have you on why you does no have straw and no neganya stem or neganya anything that they want to be the naked than a fuyenye a ganya. So if you are me up no via cho a ganya because it is an area that you have been very passionate. Way back when I was in Chicago, you were coming on my show and we're always talking about this. And I quite remember so many times you would come to Ceana conventions and you were always asking for a moment where you can speak about how we can leverage on our children going to school debt free. So let's talk a little bit about how can our students go to college debt free.
First of all, I bet families we must have that expectation for our children. Elementary school, I kept hammering it to them. No snonu veviere, no war over part. And if they do that, somebody will pay for college one day. To study hard, to apply themselves, and somebody will pay for college. Right now, the fourth one is about to leave and has got a full ride also. And all four of them are in college and we are yet to take a college loan. So the expectation must come from the home. Education must be very important. And we have to constantly let our children know that we want them to go to college. It is not, are you going to go to college? It is, which college are you going to go to? Now let's start planning towards that. So there are a lot of things, and later on we'll talk about some of the things we must start doing now to position ourselves, our children, for college and grants. Gakea, it takes hard work, it takes being studious, and we have to help the children. It starts from the home. When they come back from school, are you interested in their homework? Are you looking at what they're doing? Are you taking a few moments to sit down with them and help them? Those are the habits from home that will prepare the students to want to advance and later in their school years take advanced courses because they are working hard. Akpe.
Anya because Glompa Manya Niavio the honors lies on them. Paper we are trying to create enabling environment for them to be successful. Yes. Our participation in what they want to be and how is very essential. It America nyapa parents so and yawosem. Magagli have mima wana because Reverend Martin or Cyber Blom Nami Egba enya kemia katamia po goma leme. Rev, Michael, often than not, people understand the difference between scholarship and grants. Sometimes it becomes a little confusing, but because I believe your wards are going to school, there are 3 of them that have are in college and they are doing so without taking any college loans, right? So what is the difference between a scholarship and a grant as opposed to a student loan?
Right. Can let me be a scholarship and grant are basically it is free money.
Okay.
Grant is not something you pay back. Scholarship is not something you pay back. Then it becomes necessary for us to know how do we acquire these scholarships and grants.
Right.
There are a lot of scholarships that are merit scholarships. Your academic excellence, your achievement, your GPA, how high you score on the SAT. They look at that to determine, because there is a huge pot of money for scholarships. Some of them look at how well you did. For example, Pell Grants, they look at your family situation, how many kids are going to school in the family, or the household, number of people in the household. All of these factor into the determination of scholarship. But the one that we have control over is that we are so smart, we have a high GPA, and colleges are begging for our smart brains to come, and they throw these scholarships at us. Now, you have to apply for them. The scholarship is not going to come to you automatically, although some of them, because of your achievement scores, they would invite you to apply for it. But we have to do the honest to apply for them. And that is where in Miape community, Amekpobe, we have a problem. Either our children are not willing to do it, and we are not staying on them to make sure they do it. Just yesterday, my son, who is a sophomore, the last born, I told him, Elikem, you are now a sophomore. Pretty much school is over. So you are now an incoming junior. Let's start applying for scholarships now. And I didn't stop there. Immediately we got home, I said, bring your laptop, let's sit down. Go to questbrick.com. Let's see when the application opens. So he looked at it. Application would open in his junior year. But there's something he could do. He could create a profile on that website, which we did, and he enrolled for their newsletter. So he will start getting information from anytime there's a news item going out to families and community. Elikem will be able to get that. Then we didn't stop there. Let's go to fastweb.com. Let's create your profile. And in there, you put in all your profiles. So even already, the profile is going to match him to scholarships that he qualifies for. And those scholarships, those entities will start sending him emails through the FastWeb platform. There are a lot of outlets out there. We need to look for them. We also want to make sure that we don't just tell our kids, go apply. Parents take a moment, sit side by side with them. This is my own experience. My son, who is going to UNT, I send him so many scholarship informations, but sometimes I have to sit him down and say, have you applied for this? Have you applied for that? Let's do it now. So that is how I have been able to navigate now the fourth one about to go and has everything covered. The scholarships are there. The difference, again, going back to the question, grants and scholarships are free money. We don't want to take loans. I am very adamant about letting students take loans, because when you do, it is just going to be a burden. You graduate college, now you're working and you're worrying about paying college loans back. Let's position our children so that they don't have to be saddled with that. Akpe.
Your Rev Akpe, and I can attest to it, but we had this conversation when I was in Chicago. Almost every year you come on the show around this time of the year to talk to us about this. And my daughter Sydney took advantage of it, and she managed to get some scholarship. It was not a full ride, but she got some scholarship to go to Penn State. Penn State out of state tuition was about $40,000 a year, but she was able to get some grants and scholarship to cover about $30,000, and I had to pay about $10,000 or so. But it was really worth it. It was really worth the education that you gave us. I can attest to it, and I wish that we can have a few more testimonials as to having listened to you and took advantage of it. Gaka, even if we don't have any testimony to give, like listen to Reverend Martin OSAE. And I think I have, there's quite a few. Anytime we have such shows, we have a lot of follow-up, but they will be calling me and I tell them, look, I'm just a facilitator. Please call the man, call Rev, and I'm
Right.
sure you've gotten a lot of calls.
I
You
have.
mentioned a few sites. Let's go to, I think it's a fast web, right? Let's
Yes,
go.
FastWeb.
Okay,
You
so
know,
let's go to tell us a little bit about fast web.
something very interesting about FastWeb, which I only found out not too long ago, is that even our kids from back home can apply and get scholarship from FastWeb.
Wow.
I was talking to a gentleman from Cameroon. I actually did a presentation to the Cameroonian community about maybe 4 weeks ago. And when I was there, the gentleman came to me and said, Reverend, you know what? FastWeb is how I came to America. That is the way I got scholarship to come and study here in the United States. And I'm like, wow, I didn't even know it, it offered its resources to international students. But come to find out, yes, our kids in Jelukope or Amfuega or Soviet can go to FastWeb and create a profile, right? Create their profile. It asks of your demographics, how, your ethnicity, all of those things, how many in your family. So you build a profile that now they match you with scholarships. So again, FastWeb is one of them. QuestBridge is a network of colleges and universities. If you go to their website, you will see all the participating universities. Duke and all these universities are there. And if any of those universities is a school that your child wants to go to, certainly they should apply for the QuestBridge scholarship by their junior year, which is third year in high school. And QuestBridge scholarship is about $200,000 for the entire 4-year degree. So if they get that chunk of money plus Pell Grant and anything else they will get, most of the time those students cover everything and they have extra money. And I want to say that scholarship money, once they award it to you, they don't take it back. So if, let's say, I need $80,000 to go to a college every year, and I end up getting all these awards and scholarships, and I ended up with $100,000, guess what? Once the school takes their $80,000 that they need, they give you the rest back as a refund check. My own daughter, Ceana, is an example. She just started nursing school. She's at UT Arlington. And the first year she went, she got everything paid for, and there was $6,000 left, and they cut her a check for $6,000. That is how she bought her first car as a first year in college. Even though she had done an associate degree, she was more like second year into third year in college. So I will talk about collegiate programs too later on in the show today. But yes, these scholarships, we just need to go and find out the criteria and what the requirements are. Some require you to write an essay, some don't. Going back to FastWeb, the scholarships that they match you with may not be big scholarship. It could be 500, it could be 1,000, it could be 2,000, it could be 5,000, but every little helps. So Akuvia or Womelemo, apply to as many as you can. And as they begin to send you emails, don't be lazy. Go ahead and fulfill the requirement. Some of them, they don't even need an essay. They just need you to go to their link and apply. It is on us to take the initiative, and I encourage parents, challenge your children, encourage them, sit side by side, keep asking them. My senior, the whole year I'll be asking, so how many scholarships have you applied for so far? Have you done this? Have you done that? Those are our driving to school questions, right? And I make sure that he applied to at least over 15 scholarships. And then let me say this, if you are in a mainline denominational church, a lot of them have scholarships. I am a Presbyterian. They have $6,000 they give every year to students. And my daughter Ceana got that $6,000. That was the extra money they gave back to her. My son has applied for it also. So if you belong to the mainline churches, Presbyterian, Anglican, Catholic, they always have education fund. Find out from your headquarters, find out from your pastor or your synod or session area what scholarships are available and apply. Some of our corporate bodies also have scholarships, Starbucks, Target, all these places. If you work there, or even the children work there, they can get tuition reimbursement. FedEx is another one. Ceana worked there a few months, and she took summer school and they paid for it. So there are opportunities out there. We have to be the ones to. America, I have learned one thing. They will not volunteer the information, but if you ask, you will find. Akpe.
Yo, Akpe. FastWeb, yeah, it fascinated me but mia novio kalapa alo mia vio kalapa they could take advantage of it and be able to get scholarship to come and study here in the US. Yo tepa tepa ro marakuma ganglo mia novio kala KJB hang
Yeah. Example, Komena. But for Steve, I had a chance to talk to Ceana president, I think last week, and I was telling him that I'm looking forward to when we can have a portal on our Ceana website and just put all these resources, scholarship resources, and I'm happy to gather them. I don't know if I've told you this, but I'm also writing a book on navigating your child through the American school system, an immigrant parents guide, and it's already with the publishers. I'm reviewing chapter 4 right now, and that is going to be a resource that I want our community to take advantage of. It is targeted to our immigrant communities. Recently started Education and Career Placement Services, LLC, as I'm trying to wean myself away from the school district and start on my own program. With that, I'm looking at recruiting students from our communities back home and connecting them with universities that offer full scholarship. And there are such universities that are looking for bright minds from all over the world. The universities in America make more money from international students than they make from American students. So those are some things that are in the pipeline. And I'm going to start doing a lot of college coaching, but also I'm connecting with about 30 universities to partner with them under the Education and Career Placement Services that I'm initiating or have established as an LLC. And my goal really is to go fetch back and, go look back and pull some of our young people here. One young man that came here to play basketball got admission to Harvard University this past fall, and he came here, played basketball in a high school. He struggled. We supported him. We did what we can. And scouts saw his talent. There are a lot of such talented kids, athletes back home. And under Education and Career Placement, my goal is to start looking and scouting for kids that we can bring here to either play athletics, play ball, or go get education while they're doing that.
All right. Well, yeah, last week we had Ablan on set with us and talking about Ceana Agboglom, but this year they are trying to have a career forum where we can, so I told her that she should connect with you because you are a great resource. I don't know if she had reached out to you yet. But
not yet, yeah. But the Ceana president mentioned that also, that, instead of just call meetings all Friday, use that to create some kind of an informational forum where people can. So I will be in Ceana. I plan to be there, and I'll be happy to serve in providing any information kind of in a town hall type of setting where people can ask their questions. And hopefully the book is out by then, and I will have some shipped to Ceana for those who are interested.
In terms of recruiting people from international students, please, note me down. I have a lot of...
Right. Yes. In fact, school is going to be out next week, so I'm going to start calling all the 30 universities I have lined up to work with. And what they will do is they'll create a special link that I'll have on my website, and I'll provide that website to Ceana TV when it's ready and up and running, and put that link also maybe at the a way to connect to that link at the Ceana website. So basically you go in there and you see which schools are offering merit scholarships, which is full scholarship, or need-based scholarship. Sometimes is what it's called, need-based. So they can go to that link and apply. And once they do, I will coach them through the process and from beginning to end.
Okay. Dr. Tete posted something. Let's go to Dr. Tete. Hi, Doc. Many schools used to rely on plagiarism checkers to catch copy text with AI-generated writing. How do you now evaluate whether a student's work is really their own?
Yes, so there are ways that is done. Universities and colleges now have a way to put your work through a platform that immediately points out what came from AI. So our students have to be very careful. You don't want that on your record, that you try to steal somebody's idea and make it yours. Really clearly, that's plagiarism. I said that you can be smart with AI. Let AI give you ideas and let you go develop that idea. Don't copy and paste anything from AI. If you do that, you can be dismissed from your university or college. Imagine you are trying to get your doctorate degree and you go and cheat with AI, and then it derails you, it goes on your academic record, and we don't want that. So AI has its good part. Use it for its benefit, but not totally depend on it. We still need to use our own brains, and we still need to make ideas our own ideas, although we may glean ideas and tweak them to fit our own perspectives.
Yeah, but that is a very interesting topic, though. AI, they maybe some of us don't understand it properly. Gakade, you can have AI guide you to achieve a purpose, right? So what I'm saying about you should have it guide you, and not you should not depend, because it's artificial. And then artificial, how would you say that you are copying artificial intelligence and therefore you are plagiarizing?
And AI can be wrong.
Okay.
So that's the truth. So don't just take anything as gospel fact from AI. AI can be wrong. You have to research things yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your camera, you are always anything go. You go to Google, you go to AI, and you just speak and it spew out things for you.
Plan your vacation with AI. Great. Plan your menu with AI. That's awesome. But when it comes to academia, be very careful how you navigate that.
Okay. Agba, we are talking to Reverend Martin OSAE, and as you can see, within this shortest possible time, he has given us so much information. Gake, he has so much more to give us. Agba, we are talking about how our kids can go to school debt-free, and he's giving us resource information and also educating us. He's an educationist. So we will take a quick break there so that you can all go out, share the link, and when you are sharing the link, subscribe, please get this information out as quickly as we can, because we have so much more in stuff that we would be discussing. When we come back, we'll be talking about some of the scholarship philosophies and strategies, and if there are specialized scholarships and grants as well. So we'll be delving into those areas. Let me trouble. I will take a quick break. We'll be right back after this short break. Michael, don't touch that down. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by OSAE and Empress Mawusi. Ceana, helping build Everland.
I have a dream that Ceana 2026 will be great. Yes. I have a dream again that from New York to Boston, from Chicago to Toronto, all will be here in Washington, D.C. to make Ceana great. Amen.
Este cocosa que la lisanchi, ela penha ma ngobado la kofashi, hey, the wado ga kuku. A koganam lali, alo ajiba mata kuku. O salami, a consuma Naomi. Hey, Vanessa Biko, Fanemia Tadito. Bajelato goma, Namia Potateragito. Gidi Gagi, Gentoma Fokiko, Ashato, Afuato.
Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by Steve and Empress Mawusi. Ceana, helping build Everland.
Yo, kama gado wezo nami va Ceana Central. Nefifi afi a tune in ka egba minupo na Reverend Martin OSAE. Reverend Martin OSAE nya mebebia de la mia doma la Ceana fraternity ama wana anu gado gaka anu de kai ka la jijinia yenyepa he's an educationist gaka every ishaya ni a preaching but alike mia view alo mianto ha miato akpogo maba miato ayide suku agama kama ke na wakafa na mi miakoko yide school wana miga miakoko yide school yepa nyawo majrom mile indo kuchiata mia ado wezo nami ba mi ha mi tune in kaka miaga bia bade na elamoji ye emiakpom alo mianko someday ne bia de la shua Reverend Martin OSAE and a very, very, very busy man because I wanna a new gado, a dog gado like Tajini wanna ishiai. Itali, nebia biada la shua America put it in the comment section. Na miatwa api nami. Later on, I'm gonna ever contact her dagada ji. Abna nemichula fia alona amagba avasa avakpo program I get in touch with him you can do so. Gaka, this is the time. Tune in, call everyone, share the link, and get everyone here. Gaka, let's make it interactive. Right? We do that. After we take break, we were talking about scholarships and grants and how we can apply for those. The difference between a grant and scholarship and a loan. Yeah, Reverend Boblanami, but Yentoha Yagbagbajem trying to link up with various universities that will partner with them so that he can have a partnership with them where he can link some students into taking some courses or study at those universities. And he's also writing a book, and as soon as the book is ready, we will bring him on here. We will discuss it. Gaka, if you are coming to Ceana, you need to come to Ceana, and you might be one of the first people to meet with him in person and get to pick his brain and share his in-depth knowledge about ways and means of being able to take advantage of getting scholarships and grants for you to go to school. Okay, one thing I got brain, buddy. Look, once you're able to get some of those scholarships, you may be able to get some in excess of what is required to pay. I wish where I knew that. Don't he? Na maflanya Barracuda a long time ago. Go school boy I be there. Rev, let's talk about scholarship philosophies. I saw this. I don't know if it's applicable, but there's such a thing called scholarship philosophies and strategy. If you can share your thoughts on those for us.
Yes. So the philosophy and strategy for scholarship is first of all to find the requirements for each scholarship. Right. So it has to be a good fit. Does it fit who you are? Is it the requirements for the scholarship? Do you qualify for it? That's number one. So the first thing you want to look at for every scholarship is what is the criteria? What are they looking for? That criteria there is what you now use to develop your essay if the scholarship requires an essay. If the scholarship is looking for somebody who has demonstrated resilience, leadership, then in that essay, you should show how you have been a leader in your community. I tell our young people, volunteer even in church. Find opportunities to volunteer. Go to homeless feeding programs. Parents, take time and let them do these things because it looks good on their record and they can say, while I was in high school, I spent 1 or 2 Saturdays every month to go downtown to the homeless shelter and volunteer. Look for volunteer opportunities. Every city, they have them. So that is positioning yourself, for these scholarships. So know the scholarship, know its criteria, what is the requirements, and fulfill the requirement. Use the requirement as your prompt to write your essay. Very, very important. Also, there are different types of scholarships. Some of them are private scholarships. Bill Gates, Coca-Cola, these big corporate giants, by law, some of their money must be given away. Scholarships is how they give some of that money, and it is a tax write-off. So look for companies in your city that offer those scholarships. Like I said, Starbucks, Target, even Walmart, all these people have foundations. Some celebrities also have their own scholarships. So Google is a great thing. Thank God for AI now. That is a good way to use AI to look for private scholarships and their requirements, right? AI can guide you on how to write a good essay, and you take that information and put your story into it. So that is very important. The other thing too I want to mention is that there are specialized scholarships. Some scholarships are for minority kids. Believe it or not, some scholarships are just for international students. So finding those that match you based on your situation. There are scholarships for twins. There are scholarships for left-handed people. There are scholarships for people who like to go hunting. The Hunting Association have scholarships. Sometimes nobody applies for them. So the search is the most important thing. But like I said, some of the links that FO Steve has already put out there, scholarship.com, it gives you different organizations that are offering scholarship. Also, we have institutional scholarships. The college you are going to have alumni group who pour money back into the university. So alumni scholarships are institutional scholarships that we can apply for. And you just have to ask, do you have institutional scholarships I can apply for? I want to do engineering. Does the engineering department have department scholarships that I can apply for, right? Another one is called Work Study, where they offer you opportunity to work on campus and earn money. Then you can become a resident advisor. My daughter, Enyonam, who is studying jazz music at Oberlin Music Conservatory, recently applied and has been taken as a resident advisor. What is a resident advisor? Somebody who is like the dorm captain. Make sure people are not disturbing others during study hall and things like that. And boarding is covered. Once you are a resident advisor, you don't pay for accommodation in the university. That money comes back to your pocket. She already got a very big scholarship, $86,000 a year. But now that she is a resident advisor, that part of her scholarship will be taken out and given back to her as a refund. So those are some of the things to pay attention to. The type of scholarship. Do I fit the criteria or the requirement? And if so, how do I take that criteria then and write a story about myself that I can present? Not all scholarships require an essay, but those that do, use that requirement or the criteria to write your story so that yours will stand out. Resilience. You are the first in your family to go to college. Your family has several children and they are trying to get you all in college. It's a plus for you right there. I will talk a little bit more about the FAFSA later on as we go on the program. But yes, match. The scholarship has to be a good fit, a good match. You don't go and apply for a scholarship that is not for your particular demographic.
Yeah, that is very important, but you should know the philosophies and the strategy. The strategies is very important. I was at a graduation. We were at a graduation of Dr. Francis Tavia from the Dallas area.
Yes.
Francis, he was graduating. And we had come back and we were having, just having a good time. And Imag Blober, look, he said something that was very profound to me. The guy was very studious. He learned very hard, but he took a year off and he volunteered at the Nigerian doctor's office for.
Absolutely.
Could you believe that when he wrote, he did well with the MCAT. What stood out for him to be accepted into the medical program was the time that he took off to volunteer and give that 1 year. That really gave him the impetus for him to be accepted into the program. So we take volunteering, we take it, we don't pay too much attention to it. My view these days, they don't understand what it takes for you to volunteer here and there, and they take it for granted. But it can come very handy when it comes to selection into some programs and getting and getting some scholarships or getting some better incentives for that. So it is very important. It Miss Ceana every year come and volunteer and
that's a good way to do it.
Come and volunteer. You can add it to. Albert Dr. Doe posted a comment. Let's read what Dr. Doe says. Dr. Victor Doe, but what plan does Reverend Martin have for education for our land in general and for Ceana youth in particular? And I think Dr. Doe and I have spoken about joining the Global Part Education and the education team so that you can volunteer some of your services to them. But if you can take a stab at Dr. Victor Doe's question, please.
Yes, absolutely. I have come to a point in my career now where those are the things that are on my mind. How can I make an impact? How can I make a significant difference? I have served other people's kids. I've served here, but now my mind is on how can I help with our young people back home. One of the reasons I established education and career placement services is really to focus on how to bring some of our young minds here to go to school. One of the ways we can do that is to also back home. Once I retire, I'll have more time to do these things. But I want to be able to go back home and in the Volta region and offer STEM workshops, offer STEM initiatives. Oh, by the way, the robotics team from Ghana were featured at the International Robotics Competition, and they took the World Championship. Young men, 2 young men from Ghana. I saw that yesterday on social media. So our kids have the talent to be able to go and do like robotics program, be able to do aviation challenge. I also take kids to space camp in Huntsville, Alabama. And when we go there, everything is hands-on, right? They are building engineering challenge, aviation challenge. They are doing different things to problem solve. STEM education is all about critical thinking, problem solving, finding a solution to societal problems. So I foresee us, Dr. Doe, being able to maybe every summer go down there and do a STEM workshop, but also look for some schools that want to offer STEM programs, and we find ways to resource them and begin STEM, what do you call it? I want to call it like STEM initiatives across the region. And we can partner these schools together so that we can push them into competitions that they can come here, like the robotic competitions, Vex Robotics and all of that, and get them ready to showcase their talent to the world.
Dr. Doe, Malaysia, you will get Dr. Marcel to call Reverend Martin. So I think they may have worked together at one point.
We have, I've gone down there to speak to their group once, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Earlier on, you spoke about collegiate programs. Marco, can you expand on collegiate programs a little bit?
Yes, I can't stress that enough. That is something that started in New York. They call it early college, or some states call it collegiate academy. Some also call it dual credit. And what is that? While the child is in high school, they enroll in the local community college where they go to school. And the school districts give them time to go to classes in these community colleges to potentially earn an associate degree while they are in high school. My daughter Esinam went to a collegiate academy here, collegiate high school. So while she was in fact, their high school was actually resident in the community college campus. So while she is taking high school courses, she has college classes that were lined up to earn an associate degree by the time they graduate high school. So that 2 years of college is free money. You don't have to pay for it. It is government funded. So if you are in a state or a city where there is a collegiate program or a dual credit program or early college. Notice I'm using all the different names because different states have different names for it. But basically, it is an opportunity for you to earn college college credits while you are in high school to potentially complete the requirements for an associate degree. Then when you go to the 4-year college, they don't put you in a freshman year. They may not even put you in a sophomore year. They will jump you straight to a junior year because you finish all those level 100 and level 200 courses in the community college. Now you are ready to move into your major. So I highly recommend the collegiate academies for our families. Here in Texas, we have a lot of them. In my school district alone, we have probably about 30 collegiate academies. My son, Aram, who is graduating this evening from high school, already graduated community college last week and got an associate degree in science. He is now going to University of North Texas to study aviation science and join the Air Force ROTC to potentially transfer to Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs to be a fighter pilot. And his desire is when he retires from the Air Force to do commercial piloting. So now he saved himself 2 years of college already, and that accelerates him. So if you have a collegiate academy in your community, take advantage of it. It is 2 years of free college.
Wow. Yeah, that is good to know. Hopefully, anyway, I was going to talk about Iran, but Iran would not be. Anyway, we don't want to go into politics here. The
thing I've done for Steve is when they tell me what they want to do, I support them.
Absolutely.
And want to be a jazz singer, and she's doing an outstanding job with it in Ohio.
Yeah,
she came home this week just for 1 week, and she performed last night at the Black Academy of Arts and Letters. So I look back now, and I wanted her to be an astronaut, but she wanted to do music. Typical African parent to say, no, you have to be an engineer. I said, no, let's just give her the chance. And she's becoming a shining star, and who knows? One of these days we'll be playing her music.
Yeah, absolutely. We would be. Yeah. We love her performance at the Dallas Ceana convention. Yes. And hopefully we can get a repeat of her performing at the this year's Ceana in Washington, D.C. Our regards to them. Wow. So you have a graduation to go to this evening, and here for the love of the community, you are here spending your time with us and getting us all excited as to all this potentials out here that we don't seem to take advantage of. In our community. We've been talking about this for so long. And we've been talking about this. You've been coming on air to educate us on scholarships way back in Chicago when I was on Echo Radio. And you were coming on and we were talking about this. But we don't get enough testimonial. Maybe people are listening and they are taking advantage of it, but they are just not telling us. I wish that we could have more testimonials, but I listened to Reverend Martin OSAE. He taught me how to do this, and this is what we did. And, this is how far we have come. But,
oh, yeah. You sometimes don't see the rewards yourself, Yeah. But one young lady in our community here, the Togolese community, invited me a few years back, and I went. They met me in a restaurant. We talked about these same things, and one of the father of one of the young ladies came to me about a year ago and said, "I want to say thank you for that day you came to that restaurant and talked to us about scholarships. My daughter got full scholarship, and we are so glad we didn't have to take any loans." So, the testimonies are out there. We hope that people will come forward and let us know, like you rightly said.
Okay. But in all this, we need to know, because Rev has spoke about a lot of things that we need to do and how. Like one of the things, but how soon can we start this scholarship applications? Manyaba, he may have hinted on it here and there. Take a quick break. Then we'll delve into it again so that and secondly, how can parents and students start doing? What can they start doing now to position their children for scholarships and grants? he spoke about it a bit. It is very important in all that we are discussing. Rev is giving us a whole bunch of recommendations. So, but why? When can we start doing those things, and what can we start doing now to position ourselves? So I want us to delve into that again. So we'll take a quick break at the top of the hour. It's the top of the hour, so we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we will delve into all that. So once again, you are watching Ceana Central, and today we are talking to Reverend Martin OSAE, we are discussing how your walls can go to college, and even yourself, you can go to college debt-free. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by Steve and Empress Mawusi. Ceana, helping build Everland.
Are you ready to start a rewarding career in healthcare? Become a certified home health aide in the state of New Jersey with our 2-week training program. Enroll today to begin your journey. It is simple. Email us at pccshhtrainingschool@gmail.com or newmanpccsinfo@gmail.com to reserve your spot in our New Jersey Board of Nursing approved training course. Receive expert training. Our hands-on comprehensive home health aid program offers more than just knowledge. It provides real-world experience. Learn directly from seasoned professionals who will guide you every step of the way. Transform your future with skills that truly makes a difference. Begin your career with expert guidance and hands-on practice. You will be certified and ready to launch a successful career as a home health aide. Don't wait. Start your healthcare journey with us today. Contact us to enroll. Call us at 862-755-8464 or 848-218-1555 or 773-960-5416 or send an email to pccshhtrainingschool@gmail.com or newmanpccsinfo@gmail.com. What are you waiting for? Grab this opportunity to transform your future with skills that truly makes a difference.
Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by Steve and Empress Mawusi. Ceana, helping build Everland.
Hey! Nyato well, a todo mama seduji ya magaragana ba Empress Mawusi a lot to bazukupla a Steve le Ceana talk to ajiva here le mamli dacho ndiga wi de keva seren dog awi ver.
Yo, akpe togbi oloko joko. Nyatepe malafia Empress Mawusi malemia doma egba. Kakagba mi jedong bakple Reverend Martin OSAE. Rev, I take break when you were talking about, you were very enthusiastic about talking about all those specialized scholarships. So, and you mentioned one, but if you are left-handed, if you are a twin, if you are a hunter, and a scholarship you can get. I mean, if you had a guy, she's left-handed. We should start preparing her to get one of the left-handed scholarships.
Yes. We need to drill and search for the companies that give that scholarship and pass it on to her. Yes.
Yeah, she's black, she's female, and she's left-handed.
A lot of things are already working for her. Yes.
That is very interesting.
An ideal candidate.
Yeah. Yeah. And, wait, how soon, Manyaba, there are processes to go through to get the scholarship. It's not that it's just out there and you can go and it will be given to you because you just show up. Also, there are processes that we go through. One of it is writing application. Mariko, if you can take us through some of those processes.
Yes, so preparation is very important. And I want to start off by, as early as elementary school, you can start preparing and position your children to get scholarships. Most schools have after-school activities, or sometimes we call them extracurricular activities. It could be choir, it could be debate, it could be band, it could be athletics, it could be basketball, soccer. All these things have scholarships. Full ride, as a matter of fact, in most cases. So at the elementary level, if they have any such extracurricular activities in the school, enroll, sign your children up to do it. Of course, our kids would try different things, and then they would maybe latch on to something that becomes passionate for them. I expose my kids to everything, to drumming, to golf. There's a program called First Tee Golf. They all went through it. Basketball, whatever they want to do, choir, music programs, playing the piano, all of these open doors down the line. But as early as elementary, you can plug them into it. Then at the middle school level, you have, junior varsity programs. So if they played in elementary, now they are moved up into a junior varsity program in, say, basketball or volleyball, golf or tennis. Then in the high school, they are competing. All of these opportunities have scholarships, athletic scholarships, music scholarships, debates, even cheerleading. Young girls who like to dance, cheerleading scholarships are there for universities and colleges. Because athletics is such a big part of universities, position your child to find their niche. Whether it is running, athletics, field, track and field. We have a young lady in our ABA association here in Dallas. She just graduated a couple weeks ago from Arkansas State, and she got full scholarship to throw shot puts and discus. And she's actually in a NAACP event this weekend. She already graduated, but she's still in the program. So when we start them early in these extracurricular activities, we are positioning them for potential scholarship to college. That is very, very important. So that is in the school system. Now, outside of school, what are some things they can do? We talk about volunteering. That is very important. Find a place where they can volunteer. If your child wants to be an attorney, our last born, Elikem, wants to be an attorney. So already I'm talking to a couple of attorneys in our community so that this summer he can just go and be in that environment and file some papers, clean their office, expose them to the career they want to go into. When the time comes for college and they can put on that college essay that in the summer months I volunteered at a lawyer's office and I did A, B, C, D, These look good on their record. If they are in youth programs in church, they help to plan youth program and youth activities. Even they do bake sales, and they were the ones who organized it to make a bake sale in church to support their youth program. All these things are gold nuggets that positions them. We don't want our children to be just academia. We want them to be well-rounded. In fact, corporate organizations and a lot of career places are looking for individuals who are not all academia, but they are well-rounded. They know they have good social IQ. They know how to relate with people. And in doing these extracurricular things, you learn leadership, you learn discipline, and you are able to learn to work with people. So all of these are things that when we are doing now, we are building the foundation ultimately for scholarships. If academic-wise GPA doesn't get it there, and they get an extracurricular activity that they are heavily involved in and do well, that will also open scholarship doors for them.
Yo, Rev, so there is not, there isn't just one way to go into school debt free. There are several ways. And there are so many things that we do and we take it for granted, not knowing, but these are like golden nuggets that you just talk about that would position us in a way we can take advantage of some of the programs and incentives that are out there. Gaka, I don't think but in our community we emphasize on it enough. And I think that we are lacking the education, the know-how, and also just the realization. But these are things that we need to be engaged in to enable to encourage them and to enable them to be, overly successful. So we need to be having a lot of these conversations so that we can continue to educate ourselves, because parents we need to be aware, like you take an active role in your kids' life. You know when to talk to them, you know what to ask them to do and how to supervise. Those are some of the things all of us we work too hard and we are overly concerned about how to put food on the table for them, how to put put a roof over their heads, but there are so many other things that we could do and that would position them to be very successful. So in terms of the parents, what else can we do to position our kids? Is there anything else that we can do besides just guiding them, or do we need to know some of these resources, go out there and help them to research? Because I think that research is very important. How can you find out this program or this scholarship is here and accent? Anything for the parents? Do you have any?
Yes. Earlier on, I mentioned that in America, I have learned they will not volunteer the information if you don't ask.
Right.
Even with talented and gifted program, that's another one I didn't mention. Sure. In the elementary level, when your children are smart, you can have them tested, right? Tested to enter into a program called the talented and gifted program. That is the parent's responsibility. As a parent, you can advocate and ask, do you have gifted and talented program in this school? Some districts call it talented and gifted, GT. If they have it, ask them to test your child. Even if they don't get it that first year, let them test them the second year. They do the test twice a year, fall and spring. All my kids went through that program. That talented and gifted program that you, the parent, advocate for and they get in, it follows them all the way to college. Because at the elementary level, it's called talented and gifted. At the middle school level, they will take advanced courses. What do I mean by advanced courses? If they are in, let's say, 7th grade, they'll be taking 8th grade level work. They will take algebra in middle school, which is usually a high school course. They'll be able to start taking some of those advanced classes that are dual credit courses, even in middle school. So those are areas that I want parents to be very intentional. Ask the questions, number one. Number two, counselors at the high school are a gold mine. They have the platforms for all scholarships. There is something called Common App. We have it in Texas. I believe other districts in the United States have it too. It is one application that goes to all the universities you select for your applications to go to. So you are not applying to each school separately. You go through the Common App, you fill out your profile, and you apply to as many as 10 or 15 universities and colleges. So right now, your information is there. They know who you are. As your scores, SAT, and other things come, you upload it, and they are looking at you already. As early as maybe in your sophomore year, you can start doing Common App. But the Common App is a college application. So high school counselors are your number one resource. Go to them, parents, and ask them what scholarship opportunities are available for my child. They will give you resources. They will direct you to where to go. In your own city, there might be scholarships there. I know that here in Texas, we have Texas regional scholarships that kids can apply for. These are corporate bodies within the Texas region that put money together, and it's a big pot, and Communities Foundations of Texas distributes that scholarship. So find out what scholarship resources are in your city. Those counselors can tell you that. So let's not wait for the information to come to us. It will never happen. We need to go and ask. Your counselor at the high school is your ally. Start early. Once they get into freshman year, ask that counselor, what can I do to position my child for scholarships? And which ones can they apply as early as a 9th grader or a 10th grader or 11th grader? They don't have to wait till junior year. Some of them, they can apply as early as freshman or sophomore year. If they do receive that scholarship before they graduate, that money is held in trust for them. So there is no time that is too early to start.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that is, very interesting information to have. Now, we shouldn't be just a parent-teacher meeting that we discussed scores, or if there are any issues that needed to be discussed. Often than not, so we go to the school and sit down with the teacher and say, but look, you need to warn this child. Yes, no one should take bullying of any child for granted. But if your ward or your child come home and expressing some frustration about being bullied in any way, yes, you want to take that very serious, and you want to act upon it as quickly as possible so that you can continue to build the confidence of your children as much as possible. You don't want to dampen their spirits. And there are so many other conversations that we can be having in the school. It's not only about going there to talk about issues, about opportunities. What opportunities are there? And you talked about the school counselors as they should become our friends, and we should be talking to them, and so that we can find enough information. Even the city in which we live in, and most especially those of us who live in the small cities, they do have a lot of programs that we need to take advantage of. Even if
Rotary Club is another one that gives scholarship. Rotary Club in the city.
Okay. Yeah. So those are, so I'm sure about all that will be entailed in your book, and this is when we have the book, it will become our Bible of debt-free school.
There'll be a resource page at the back for a lot of resources.
For resources. Okay. 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 So besides scholarships and grants, are there any other way that our college tuition can be paid for that you haven't touched on yet?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
And my oldest son, Emeka, went through the program.
Okay.
Your child can sign up to the military or to the army while they are in high school. In high school, they call it junior ROTC. They go through, they get a lot of discipline and training, leadership development. But then in the colleges, they also have the senior ROTC. And through that, you can enlist to be in the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, or the Army National Guard. In fact, when my son went to LSU, and he just graduated last weekend, we were in Baton Rouge for his graduation, and he majored in sports administration and a minor in acting and screenplay. Now, when he went to his freshman year, he called me one day and said, Dad, this recruiter came to talk to me and said, if I sign up with the Army National Guard, they will cover my tuition. And I said, well, I don't know anything about it. Let me call some people in the community. So I called one of our Ivy Association members, Mr. Jonathan Oklu, who has been in the military and retired. So I said, for Jonathan, this is what my son is saying. What do you think? He said, Reverend OSAE, hands down, let him do it. The benefits far outweigh the sacrifice. Yes, he will go through basic training. He may need to take a semester off to go off to basic training. But once he comes out, the Army National Guard will cover all of his tuition. They will give him a stipend every month. And then his commitment is to go to the base to spend a weekend once a month. And that is what my son Emeka did. And he just graduated last week, Friday. And the very next day, he was off to Mississippi for his 2 weeks of summer military training. But he has been in the program since freshman year, and they have taken care of everything. Every semester, he gets money back because he also has Pell Grant and other things. So he gets, refund check every semester. Plus, he gets a stipend for going to the military base 1 weekend every month. So I highly recommend the forces. When I say the forces, all of them, Army, Navy, Air Force, Army National Guard, even Coast Guard. If our children have the aptitude for it, I tell you what, it changed my son. The discipline he learned, the leader he has become, it's phenomenal. He's grown into a man of his own because of that. But the caveat, the most important part is that college is covered. Now he's going on and getting his master's right away because he is still within the time that they will cover it. And when they come out of the military, the benefits that they have far outweigh the time they invested into it. And when they're looking for federal jobs or any job they apply for, once they have that military background, they rise right to the top and they get that job. So again, the forces is another avenue that we can use or utilize for paying for college.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rev. One thing I think we've had some conversation around that is mentorship. I think this is where mentorship also comes into play. How we can have the right mentors to how they call them mentors to be able to mentor our wards and give them the guidance, the needed guidance, so that they can make a very educated decisions. Michael, let's talk about mentorship. We talked about this previously in one of our shows. But since we have a little time, can you delve into the advantages of mentorship and how can one become a mentor, and how does one become? Is it a mentee?
Mentee, yeah.
Mentee, right.
Well, mentorship is so very important. In fact, ideally, I want to see all our Ceana member associations put mentorship program in place at their various associations. If I am a lawyer and there is a child in our association that wants to become a lawyer, I should become that child's mentor. If I am a nurse and there is a child in the group that wants to become a nurse, I should be, checking in with that child. It's not a lot of work. Periodically check on them. How is school going? What classes are you taking? By the way, if you take this class, it will help you here and there. So that type of conversation, there's a program called Big Brothers and Big Sisters. Let's be big brothers and big sisters to our younger kids and mentor them. So I want to propose to Ceana and to all Ceana member associations and their presidents, put mentorship program in your association. Even if the resource people are not within your association, because you have it, you can invite people, or your members know people who are in different fields where your kids want to go into, so they can do that. I want to give you an example. Here in Dallas, we have the Ghana Nurses Association. My daughter Ceana wants to become a pediatric surgeon. That is her goal, to go to medical school. But because she was being mentored by a nurse from the Ghana Nurses Association, they advised her to go the nurse practitioner route. Going the nurse practitioner route is it's more of an accelerated program. She gets to work with a reputable hospital after her nursing degree, and then the hospital can sponsor her to med school to do her pediatric surgeon medicine. So without that mentorship, she would have been going through this blindly and probably will be trying to pursue med school right away. It's not a race, but there are different ways you can go around and go to medical school and let a hospital that you've already proven yourself at sponsor you or do tuition reimbursement for you and get your medical degree without any college loans that, because medical degree is not cheap. And without scholarship, that's a lot of money. So mentorship definitely is very, very important. And while we have a few minutes, I want to say it's not all about our children. We ourselves too sometimes must reposition ourselves for better paying jobs. I want to tell you that as I was developing education and career placement, I found there are certain high-paying six-figure job careers that do not require a college degree. Radiology and things like that. Sonography. Some of these health technical courses, within 18 months, you get the certification and you can land yourself $80,000 to $100,000 job. Dentistry is another one, right? A dentist technician. It is not a 4-year degree, but they start you around $80,000 a year. So let this conversation not only end with our children, but we ourselves, maybe we've been doing the 9 to 5 and doing, minimum pay jobs all these years, 2-3 jobs, maybe investing 18 months in getting a certification in a health field, because health is always looking for people. A health certification in, maybe radiology or, what do you call it? Those courses, right? Where you are the one they send them to do the X-ray technician. You do the sonography for pregnant women and put that gel on their belly. And all of those are very high paying jobs, but they don't require a 4-year degree. You can do that with a 2-year associate degree or 18-month training and land yourself a job. So to our hearers who are looking for other jobs, look into the career and technical education part. Plumbing, electrician. These are fields that pay 6-figure incomes. And they are equally, if at the end of the day we want to take care of our families, then let's find some shortcuts to do that. Akpe.
Yo, Akpe, no. That is Reverend Martin OSAE. If we want to take care of our families, ourselves and our families, let's find some shortcuts and get it done. There are so many ways. There are many ways of killing a cat. So there are many ways that we can position ourselves to be very successful. Let us not keep doing what we're doing. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have Reverend Martin OSAE tell us a little bit more about anything else that he hasn't talked about. He talked about there were a few other things he said he would like to talk to us about. So we would have him discuss all of that and before we wrap up today. But if you are just joining us, please, you have missed so much. But please stay tuned. Reverend Martin OSAE is going to come back and run us through everything else that he's talked about before, touch on some of the most pertinent ones that you need to take note of so that you can have yourself prepared to either put yourself in an advantageous position or your keys in an advantageous position. Look, others are doing so. We just lack the information. Reverend Martin OSAE is here to give us the opportunity to be successful in terms of going to school debt-free, going to college debt-free, and also he's touched on some other career opportunities as well. So we'll be right back after this very short break. Please don't touch that down. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by OSAE and Empress Mawusi. Ceana, helping build Everland.
This year isn't just another Congress, it's a milestone.
For 10 years, UCCAA USA has been building a community, collecting alumni, creating opportunities, and showing up for each other, across states, across generations. 10 years of connection, 10 years of growth, 10 years of showing up for each other.
And now we're bringing it all together.
This is our community.
Stronger together.
This is where we connect.
This is University of Cape Coast Alumni Association, USA.
From powerful conversations to celebration to community and wellness. And this is where UCC alumni will be. The question is, who are you?
Join us May 22nd to 24th. Register now.
Mawusi Association of New Jersey is celebrating its 20th anniversary. Hooray! The anniversary dinner and fundraising event will be held on Saturday, 1st August 2026 under the theme 20 Years of Unity, Service and Growth. Venue, Pines Manor, 2085 Route 27, Edison, New Jersey. Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Rate, $120 for adults and $80 for 18 years and below. Keynote speaker, Mr. Charles Go, CEO, Patriots Management Corporation and Frontline Properties and Maintenance Incorporated in the USA. And also, CEO and founder, Paradigm Roofing Systems and Charlie Max Investments, Ghana. DJ, VOV. MC will be our own FO Steve. Mawusi, 20 years of serving the community in and around the Garden State area and beyond. Grab your tickets now. Come, let's dine, dance, and raise funds to support some life-changing projects. This is a must-attend event. Don't be a miss-out. Come one, come all. For further information, please contact the following. See you there.
Hello, on behalf of Ceana, in collaboration with the OSAE Association of Washington DC Metro Inc., it is our honor and joy to welcome you to Ceana 2026 Convention. We are proud to host this historic gathering in the heart of Maryland, and we are ready to take it to a whole new level. With bold vision and unwavering commitment, we are elevating excellence in every detail, ensuring that Ceana 2026 will be unforgettable. This year's theme, Preserving Culture, Inspiring Generations, is more than a slogan. It is a promise to honor our heritage, empower our youth, and unite our global Ewe family in purpose and drive. For decades, Ceana has been the heartbeat of a people determined to celebrate their roots and shape their future. From the vibrant rhythms of Agbaja and Bobobo to the quiet wisdom of our elders, every convention has been a living tapestry of tradition, unity, and vision. Join us from September 3rd to September 7th, 2026 at Bethesda North Marriott Hotel, Maryland. Come ready to reconnect, to rejoice, and to raise funds to help build our Eweland. This is your moment. Register early, volunteer your time and talent, give generously to fuel the future, and most of all, share the message. Let the world know that Ceana is not just alive, it is thriving. Together, we preserve culture. Together, we inspire generations. Together, with the Ewe Association of Washington DC Metro Inc., we build Ceana 2026. Join us to make history. Ceana 2026. Honor the past. Empower the future. Visit www.ceana2026.org for more information. See you there.
Ceana 2026.
Yes.
Welcome you. DMV.
Yes.
Ceana 2026 DMV will welcome you.
Thank you.
Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by Ofo Steve and Empress Mawusi. Ceana, helping build Everland.
Yo, Magadak Benami, especially our newest Dr. George, Tete for Dr. Do Baklama Shamaika, you tune in and you took time to send in your comments. We really appreciate. Agbami nupom na Reverend Martin Osai, Agbami nupom cho, aleke mia view alomianto miaton pogoma, na mia atwa ayi esuku koko afamaka maki, yabaje do mila agba. Reverend, but I take time to be with us. Rev, Agbami Dojo and Yagado, Mugakamala Shoba, and Yado Legino, Jiba Ya Aglonami, Afimia Dashingo. You should be getting ready to jet out there to the graduation this afternoon. We can thank you enough for making time to be with us. But Marco Nanyado Galiba Ya Aglonami America, please feel free to discuss with us or let us know.
We have to be intentional. We have to be very intentional. We have to purpose in our heart that we want our children to go to college debt-free. Once that desire is there, and that was my desire from the very beginning. God blessed me with 5, and that was my prayer. And I will say this too, that as a person of faith, sometimes when I give and I, give my resources out, I ask God to make provision for my own family, and He has. When I think about the scholarships that the 4 of them have got so far, almost close to $500,000 that I did not have, but through being generous and being selfless, and also positioning the children and being intentional and asking the right questions, these resources have come into the family. So I encourage all of us to do that. Scholarship and grants and getting money for school is changing. Under the new administration, a lot of things are going away. So it becomes even more important now than ever before to find a way to pay for college and not be saddled with college loans, because the college loan landscape is also changing. It's going to cost you more now to take college loans than it ever was. Let's be very intentional. Let's put the kids into all these extracurricular activities early so that it begins to find their niche, right? My son played lacrosse. It's not a very popular sport, but it opens doors for him. He was a state champion. Tennis. Football becomes very competitive. Basketball, but look at some of the other sporting activities, like Selassie Sampram, one of our girls here in Dallas. shot put and discus. You don't see a lot of our kids in that. Athletics, track and field. Now let's look for all these avenues. And then again, the school counselor, high school counselor should be your buddy, should be your friend. For our adults who are looking for other careers, I was just looking up some of the careers. Air traffic control is not a 4-year degree program. It is a short-term course. You get certified by FAA, and they start median salary is $135,000. Elevator technician. Elevator technician, they pay you median salary is $112,000. Software engineer, if you are where you are now and you think you can do better, invest in a short-term course, find something you are excited about and can do, and take that course. IT is huge these days. Cybersecurity, people are leaving even the teaching field as we speak and going into IT jobs. And some of them, you just take a few weeks of course, you apply for the certification. The landscape is so broad in IT that you can hone into a specialized area, get that certification, and land yourself a 6-figure job. We want our epic community to thrive. We all want to do well. And while we are helping our children do well, let's find avenues to accelerate our own selves as well and develop our potential beyond our own expectation. FO Steve, thank you for having me today. I'll put my email address in the chat and my phone number as well. Please, it helps to text me first because these days I receive too many calls, and if I don't know the number, I just don't pick it up. So if you're going to call me, send me a short text and say, hey, this is so-and-so, you are on Ceana TV. I want to reach out to you.
Yo, Rev, one other thing, once we are guiding our kids to go to school debt-free, we need to come back and do a financial education, how they can save them, how they can utilize that money, and also to make a better life for themselves. No more not depending on us too much. Now, so far, if they are going to school and making money, we need to teach them how they can, how they can make that money grow very quickly. One of my daughters is here and she's making a lot of money, but she can't continue to be working for her money. She needs to learn how to make her money work for her, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So we need to come back and have you do some financial education also as well. So you will be back. But as always, Marco, I'm always a phone call away. And anytime you have something you want to share with the community, just give us a call and we'll make it happen. But for those of you who are coming to Ceana, if you haven't registered already, please make sure you do so now, because you are going to have a double advantage of not only coming to Ceana to enjoy the festivities and raise funds, but you would also be able to get an advantage of a resource person, one of the specialized resource persons that we have in our community, in the person of Reverend Martin OSAE. Who would be there in person and share all the in-depth knowledge that he has gathered over the years. And you cannot miss the Sunday service. Yes, he'll be out there officiating, or he'll be emceeing, or he'll be doing something at the Sunday service as well. So it's going to be a double whammy for you. So come register and come to Ceana. Once again, Rev Akpe Manyagbono, can you project his
email address and phone number.
Email address and phone number, please, for those who would like to get in touch. Yema, please text him first. If you are going to email, you can email him. But if you are going to call, text first because he's been getting too many calls of late. Okay, he's always open. Reverend Martin OSAE is always open to our community. So please, let's link up with him and let's utilize the talents that he have. There you go. Reverend Martin OSAE's email address, and that is his phone number as well. Like, if you miss this show, don't worry. It's on YouTube. It is saved. So just go to Ceana Central YouTube and look for today's date, and then you can have access to this YouTube feed. It has been very, very, very resourceful, and you can always watch it at your leisure time as well. You can watch half of it. It was almost a 2-hour program. You could watch 30 minutes, pause it, go do whatever you want to do, and come back to it. Because the information that Reverend Martin Osai has provided us today, if you miss it, you really, really want to watch this again and get all that. It's a ref, Akpelo. Yeah, that shingle, then you can jump, you can tap out to go do the graduation. Congratulations to is it your son or your daughter?
Son, Aram.
Aram. Oh, okay, that's Aram. Nice. Okay, okay.
Bye.
Okay, bye. So we'll be right back to wrap up the show. We've been talking to Reverend Martin Osai. Especially I can't overemphasize it enough. I either a college, view either college. Yeah, Omaka a father co. You are for grants and scholarship. Mehiaba miano any loan take more. Now miaba burden mianto miadoku alo mia view. Is that there are so many things. I can't emphasize that enough. Okay, we take a short break and then we'll run through the rest of the announcements that we have. You are watching Ceana Central. We'll be right back after this short break.
Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by Steve and Empress Mawusi. Ceana, helping build Everland.
Yo, abale kemi po le video ama Ceana media me a dog gada one me a programs gada running le me up a YouTube page every week. Me jena goma bright and early I will not believe Friday evenings. Friday evenings me jena goma bakula African jazz and traditional music panorama. Ye mi koko jena Friday agoma. If you have missed this show in the past, then please make a date. But you tune in Friday, every Friday at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. through 9 p.m. every Friday. Miapa Novi Gan, DJ Lawrence Mawinye Gan from Dallas, Texas. Your best selection, so it is off the chain. So tune in every Friday evening from 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 9 p.m. An hour of great selections of smooth jazz and African jazz and traditional music that he puts together for us. Let me chaff ma gather a Saturday bright and early. Nyan Novi Miss Dell. Bakle Miaba motivational speaker Sarah Adachi. They bring to you health and wellness hub that comes your way from 10:30 Eastern Standard Time to about 11 thereabout. Yeah, they bring that to you every Saturday morning. Kauha no ocho leisure jia ke enye bakle Empress Mawusi Kenye Mama Strategy. We bring to you Ceana Central Talk Show. Afia yemi jona enya gedomale about Ceana. Ceana where a new one now. Although we bring resource people like we did today, brought you Reverend Martin Osai to talk about going to college debt free. So we bring you a lot of resources. So make a date with us from 11 a.m. to about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Saturday. Then we jet out to Ghana, where Mia Novi Mia Da MFA Authentic Mama Yeba show from Top Radio. Yenya Dunenyo Bobobo show. As soon as we leave here, stay tuned and she'll be on air with you. Dunenyo Bobobo show from Top Radio from 1 p.m. till about 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Kay ha nacho leja jipepe kwa ka mi va mi asron Dr. Wanyo Danami Da Mary Cyrus Babla and you know they'll team up with professors at the University of Education Winneba the EPE department and they bring you alike miafia miaview alo miantoha miato asron ka yenye miapa memida a program so ka koshida which is Sunday mianovi Nicole Laba brings you you have a faith and culture show manya African culture and yeah faith and culture show every Sunday afternoon from 4 p.m. to about 8 p.m. From 4 p.m. to about 5 p.m. thereabout. In your program lineup on Ceana Media for now, Mianovi Hansberg is preparing to join the Ceana Media team. And once he got everything sorted out, we would let you know what would be his time frame as well. Not Alafia, you have a special talent in media, although you have a programmer, you would want to join our team to for the community to take advantage of. Please give us a call so that we can see how to get you involved with the Ceana Media. Nami. With some of the community news. Novishi Association of New Jersey. Novishi will be 20 years. Therefore, we are celebrating the 20th anniversary dinner and fundraising. This comes your way on August 1st. August 1st. So make a date. Tickets are going $120 for an adult and $80 for 18 years and under. It's going to be a fun evening. So please make a date, August 1st. Novishi Association of New Jersey for anniversary dinner and fundraising. Is going to be a double celebration. So make a date and come join us. Ever community in the New York, UVA, Novishi, Every Alliance, and Novino of Delaware Valley. Okata, they get together every 4th of July weekend and have what we call the Every Family Picnic. So this year will be the 11th year they are doing this joint picnic. So if you are going to be in the New York, New Jersey, and Delaware area, please join us on the 4th of July. 4th of July, the Saturday. That will be coming your way. Come, join, have fun, and meet some old friends and make some new friends as well. It is a free picnic, so come and join and have fun. We can speak about Ceana enough. In Choma, Abla was here and told us that over 645, Malaysia, that was last week. Malaysia, but by now we are getting towards the 700 have already registered. This year is going to be one of a kind. And the spaces are selling out fast. We are still in May and close to over 600 people have already registered. So you need not wait any longer because they only have one hotel once that hotel is sold out, they are not sure about an overflow hotel because the hotel has completely been bought out by Ceana for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you are going to be there Thursday night, the hotel is not completely bought out, guys. So you need to register. The only way you can get a hotel at the Bethesda North Marriott, it is by registering. So you need to register today. Egba. Please register now, because I don't know, as of last week, she said they only have about 100 rooms left to be sold. So please, you need to register now, because it's going to be a convention that you cannot miss. We're talking about so many things. We're talking about a masquerade, and the thing for the Thursday night is going to be a masquerade, masquerade party, and then the Friday is going to be a culture, and then the Saturday we are talking about a kente ball, and then the Sunday is going to be an all white. These are all themes for these various days, because Saturday afternoon, you'll be wearing your Ceana cloth. So it doesn't mean, but if you don't have any of this, you cannot. By just saying, but those are the theme for these various days, activities too. And we are also raising funds as well. That is the main essence of the Ceana Convention, is to be able to raise funds. Akpe, Nami. I want to see all of you there, so please go and register now. Akpe, Nami. Yo, last week, Amigbleba will begin any other shout out for every month. So if you are celebrating your birthday, just inbox me and with your picture, and we'll try and put together. So since we are starting in May, we've put a short video together for you. And also we want to use this opportunity to congratulate all the class of 2026 graduates. We are so proud of you, and we congratulate all of you from high school, or from any elementary school to high school to college, and those who have gotten your doctoral degrees. We congratulate all of you. So happy birthday to all the Mayborns again. Let's watch this video.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday.
Yo, for Marco, happy birthday. Your birthday is coming up in a couple of days. And May 26th is your birthday, so we wish you a very, very happy birthday. Once again, I'm Rekumadak Benama Shama for joining us this afternoon and conversating with Reverend Martin OSAE. Like I stated before, if you missed this show, the video is available on YouTube. Jemariku, you there YouTube, type in Ceana Central and put today's date, and then you can get a copy of it because Egba ever share so much with us. Egba eventually graduation. Kaka, it took time to be with us. How many of us will spend this time, that kind of time with the community instead of being with your family? But he's still going to be with the family because it is late at this evening. So most of the information you can share. Plenty Egba very, very viable. Just share, go and get the link and share the link so that I'm a good. And the cow block when you but many me call the US afia lola Canada kuyato akbongoma agide school for free alo. I want you. None of you call Ghana ha. Yeah, there are opportunities like what was that site? There was some other opportunities for Nyan of York, Ghana. Yes, fast web. You can be able to get a scholarship to come here to study in the US. So let's provide this information. Let's get this information and provide it to our family so that they can all take advantage of it. Once again, my name is Afu Steve. It's been such a pleasure to be here with you. As always, take care of yourselves and of each other. We'll see you again next week. Same place, same time. Take care. Bye for now. After this short music break, take care. Peace. I'm out.
I really love to stay with you. I really have to go back home.
Whoa, whoa. The beat scientist.
Tumenyo meswa wewe, tumenyo meswa wewe, tumenyo meswa wewe, tumenyo meswa wewe,